Yeah, we're live.
The kabudu don't grab that. Inside a kabudu day, the good one and day, and the bad one and bad day.
And we all know how we can't feed on day now. If it's sweet, our. If it's sour, you sabi. Now you wondering know if you dey eat bed full or you dey sleep am. And we all know where you too sweet, now you don't know if you dey bed sweet, our.
We the people and bang for every step now. If we vote for good leader, we get love for the country and the people of Salon, we all go better. If we vote man we come for Konteh, well, he left so long. Now we get for super.
I know ever even vote in my life, I go keep am this time, I swear to me life. If I know ever vote in my life, I go vote this time, I swear to me life. Rank a politician, all they carry in my life. So I don't too sweet, so I enjoy my life. I am feed and all they carry in my life. So I don't too sweet, so I enjoy my life. Me put in my life, me put in my life. So me wondering vote for two time back. Me put in my life, me put in my life. So me wondering vote for one back. Me put in my life, me put in my life. Say because we born a making no pity. Me put in my life, me put in my life. Say because we born a killing.
I want to make a lot of mama to have the power. Match my button and don't want to want to motor. Say you're so much as I'm going to back the car. Not then me suck along to the possible for a minute to back the car. Can I come back there? I'm not here. I love from the program. Would they tell me that I'm a cat of my timber? Muna, I want me them, put them, I want them, but I'm not them. So it's a lot of my covers, so I get them at timber. I want them to them, I'm just a son of a
me put in my life, so me wondering vote for two tapa. Me put in my life, me put in my life, so me wondering vote for one band. Me put in my life, me put in my life. Say because we born a making it. Me put in my life, me put in my life. Say because we born a killing.
We want to see changes from the grass to the roots. With manifestos, mega plans for the youth. We tire with the lies, now we stand for the truth. We need chefs, we go change the taste of the soup. Why? We wait and be for shapes and chefs and actually for go rally, then go member we. After election and take power, we the power them. When we talk, they for them, but we. Then go give with a cola for the campaign. Where they win them and the family pop champagne. We no go vet for no politician again. This time we go land. We no one die campaign. Mind box, I diamond now we land. For pay fee, for panel get time nine and we want more youth, a woman then a power. Parliament, a cabinet, more mommy na power.
Me put in my life, me put in my life, so me wondering vote for two tapa. Me put in my life, me put in my life, so me wondering vote for one bad dress. Ni manyamu mukama munyono, tanya penya mule magoma. Ino peleke mukanya ne bele mam, jimi akpe mumalama. Onele bagasi nyamao, yifa mwambe mukenya. Yena we amwambe na fai, mule mambo akpe mai. Wakenya na mikrobe, konfere juhu amare. Kenya yake wuli kube, avyanyane, kwa mura. Now he back Kenya warrior, dwaya drama akamubelo. Amombe, Kenya na yuma mulokolo mumama kwa. I know ever even vote na me life, I go ibang this time, I swear to me life. If I know ever vote na me life, I go vote this time, I swear to me life. Rank a politician, all they carry in me life. So I don't too sweet, so I enjoy my life. I am feed and all they carry in me life. So I don't too sweet, so I enjoy my life. Me put in my life, me put in my life. So me wondering vote for two tapa. Me put in my life, me put in my life. So me wondering vote for one band. Me put in my life, me put in my life. Say because we born a making it. Me put in my life, me put in my life. Say because we born a killing.
So, the next 5 years, you vote my life. Anybody we want lead to me, it gets for the clear in asset.
Not to Bambado, and for make somebody know kind of power match 2018, and after 2 years, they grab go by Wataki, and when we talk, it's then I'm Papa Dialect and yeah.
We say thanks to the collective effort of the Standing Together for Democracy Consortium,
Gallant Civil Society Partners, Sierra Leone Media Interreligious Council, and
Institute for Governance Reform and Civil Society Group for upholding democracy and free and fair elections in Sierra Leone. Institute for Governance Reform and Civil Society Group for upholding democracy and free and fair elections in Sierra Leone. Institute for Governance Reform and Civil Society Group for upholding democracy and free and fair elections in Sierra Leone.
Welcome to another edition of the Teliterrestrial Talk Show program where we talk about women in politics. Now this program, I want to welcome una all. If you're just joining in, please share the video. Please share the video. If you're just joining in, please share the video. Welcome again. Of course, today I get the APC aspirant, so winner Dr. Richard Konteh, and I also equally be supposed to forget Lawrence Lima, but unfortunately, he didn't respond. So, of course, the program will continue because Dr. Richard Konteh get plenty thing for say with regards to his program today. As him been present na the just concluded by election na Koinadugu district kabala. So the program must continue. So una stay tuned, una share the video so that other people can get opportunity for listening to waiting Dr. Richard Konteh himself they can talk with regards to the just concluded by election will take place na Koinadugu district kabala. So make we stay tuned. Now, Koinadugu district kabala. So
Elections and don't come back home. The kabudu don't grab back. Inside a kabudu day, the good one and day, and the bad one and bad day.
And we all know how we country done there now. If it's sweet, awa. If it's sour, you sabi. Now you wondering know if you eat bed full or you sleep hungry. You wear your soup and now you don't know how you country done there now.
We the people and beg for every step now. If we vote for good leader, we let love for the country and the people of Salon. We all go better. If we vote man we come for can't take, well, he left to me. Now we get for so far.
I know ever vote in my life, I go ibam this time, I swear to my life. If I know ever vote in my life, I go vote this time, I swear to my life. Radical politician, all they carry in my life. Salon too sweet, so I enjoy my life. I am free, and all they carry in my life. Salon too sweet, so I enjoy my life. Me vote in my life, me vote in my life. So me wondering vote for total part. Me vote in my life, me vote in my life. So me wondering vote for one bad. Me vote in my life, me vote in my life. Say because we born a marking. Me vote in my life, me vote in my life. Say because we born a cleaning.
I want to make love mama ki ate pa. Match my button and over to want to mota. Say rason sa zam pa mo se bagata. Ate ang me saka love so na pa super korin ti mata. Say we go me ko. Kala ka pa ke ama ki e sa no from me do kom. Ude ke mi e makata matimba. Mina muna awa mi dem mu dem na fan dem na. Kata me ka dem ne. Kata se la ka me ka preso ka makata matimba. Awa inem tene mamu se la ka makata.
Me put in my life, me put in my life. So me wondering vote for total part. Me put in my life, me put in my life. So me wondering vote for one bad. Me put in my life, me put in my life. Say because we born a marking. Me put in my life, me put in my life. Say because we born a cleaning.
We want to see changes from the grass to the roots. With manifestos, mega plans for the youth. We tire with the lies, now we stand for the truth. We need check, we go change the taste of the soup. Why? We send me for shakes and Ashobi, for go rally, then go member we. After election and take power, we depart them. When we talk, they for them, but we then go give it a cola for go campaign. Where they win them and the family pop champagne. We no go get for no politician again. This time we go land. We no one die campaign. Mine box side diamond now we land. For pay fees for no get dime now in hand. We want more youth, a woman then a power. Parliament.
All right, family, now welcome. The program they start now. Now welcome. I'll get Dr. Richard Konteh. I also win at the APC Flagbearer Aspirant. They can start the program now. If you just joining, please share the video. Please share the video. If you're just joining in, please share the video. And today we can talk about the just concluded by-election at Koinadugu district, when at Kabala. Me, where they host the program today, as always, Richard Bangura Davis. I did with Una all today, and I did with Dr. Richard Konteh, when at the APC Flagbearer Aspirant, and himself being present na the Tale Center. Anyway, he can't tell me about all of that, but even there, usai everything take place. So na ime kubri and today na yaso. And we can talk about, like I say, the outcome of the just concluded by-election in the kabala Koinadugu district between the APC and the SLPP candidates that we being contested. Dr. Richard Konteh, I want to welcome you on the Tele to Rachel talk show program.
Thank you very much, Rachel. I'm glad for being with you today.
All right. Thank you. If you just joining, do ya wanna share the video? Thank you so much. Welcome, Eva. Welcome, Fatimata. Welcome, Mark. Wanna all share the video. Doc, I want for me to just go straight to the point. But before I do, I just want for use a disclaimer. I also say most of the things that were me they can't talk to Doc about. Now things that we hear from the observer them. For example, new National Election Watch, we make up of both local and international people them, we go observe the election. So we don't hear a lot of concern with themselves raised. So now based on those concern, now we can talk about today. So I am not here to side APC or SL people. We just they can discuss exactly what's in common at the observer. They must make Dr. Richard Konteh can give clarity and confirm some of them things they are so. So Doc, I want to make I want to ask first of all, how so far what's the situation for, because here you say the result of the chairmanship don't come out and the councillor not to come out it. So I want to make you first of all waiting at the situation right now of the result of both the councillor and also the chairmanship.
Well, the position as far as we know is that NEC will certify the results, the chairmanship, they don't certify them, the councillorship actually lost.
Yeah, I didn't listen to you. Yeah, I would listen to you.
Yeah, you know, this whole thing is really unfortunate because as a country, we believe, say, we don't come very far with the democracy. From 1996, we begin get elections for this country. A lot of progress don't take place. We don't democratically change government from one political party to another. So we expectation at this time in the democratic history, now that we for don't mature, we for don't grow, we for don't develop. Regrettably, the people then were charged with the responsibility for ensure, say, the electoral process be free, fair, and transparent, but the very people there where they undermine the entire process. And waiting happened this time in the elections for the chairman for the Koinadugu district and for the councillor for what 155 now constituency 046 at Koinadugu district, that the worst will ever happen. Because this time we see, say, staff of NEC tamper with the results, they change figures in favor of the SLP. During the tallying process, now we district operations officer, actually assistant regional operations officer for the North. We catch up tamper with the he takes the zero, he writes 1, but change the figure from 69 for make it become 169. After you don't take that side, don't write the 1.
All right, Doc, we go.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, Doc, we go cancel that side. I be just want to make normal people understand and see and hear the results officially from your side, whether the result situation and not call the chairmanship and also the councillor. So you don't make it clear, right? Okay. Unfortunately, we don't lost Dr. Richard Konteh, and we try for bring and come back now the program. And I also get a word say Lilo and Slima, they na a place where the network really so bad, and it try for login. Just see I'm from the comment section, and also somebody just send message to me. But the program will continue. I hope say you go able for get network where you go able for join the program. Doc, as I was saying, I be just one initially firstly just give we an update of the election results. Then we go move to other issues then where they come up with. So you said they don't call the chairmanship and the councillor results, right?
Yes.
So the APC win the chairmanship and also but lost the councillor. Am I correct?
That's so then say.
All right, okay. Well, you can't tell me later why you feel say you're not proper. Yeah, you just be there. First of all, I want to ask now that talent center day, because according to new National Election Watch, then we also raised concerns, say the influx of the current government officials then prior to the election being create tension and be even one for intimidate people where they go vote and all of that. And also during the time, the day of election, plenty government officials then been there around. And also we made to understand say even APC also party people in there around the election pool area. How true is that?
Well, first of all, it's not too unusual for make you get people for day around on election day. Waiting bad, now when people they interfere with the electoral process. And that precisely happened at Koinadugu. And the report from you is very clear. Even name certain ministers will be physically present inside the polling centers where they're not supposed for it. And they're not only did it, then reports say that they physically assault other people, and that was bad.
All right, exactly. We go come to that side.
The place that they intimidate, that they threaten, that they use thuggery. You know, they make the people then feel very good for even come out and vote. Maybe that's partially responsible for the very low voter turnout we experienced in that election.
Yeah, well, absolutely, yes. We are also, like you mentioned, say from new, say interference from the Minister of Youth, where we go coincide it. But I want to make you clear this, now the talent center. How many of you are accredited as from APC? How many of you get that accreditation for day now the talent center? Because the people been there were not supposed for day. From the APC side, it's rather unfortunate that Lawrence Lima is still not here because then just the text me say he didn't outside the network really bad, you know, the network and all of that. But I hope say go able to join the program. But from the APC end, how much per una be supposed will get accreditation and be supposed for daily?
Now Koinadugu, na Kabala, now we 5 can get accreditation for daily. Dr. Kaifala Mara, error Kuruma. Now we fight. At the center now free ability and before they get accreditation. Dr. Kaifala Mara, Dr. Richard Konteh, by Jimmy Mara, and Honorable Ero.
All right, so we reports we also tell we say how we get for find about the changing of figures. But before I reach here, Newbie also talks say there was an issue with the ballot. I think so. We get some serious. Okay, Dr. Richard Konteh don't come in again. I see it go in and out, in and out. And allow just patience because this is very, very important to the electoral process. As we know, say 2023, 2022, 2023, they around the corner, and we need for see who side we go wrong in terms of the electoral process, and also fumble and plenty Sierra Leoneans then don't raise alarm with regards to plenty Sierra Leoneans don't raise alarm as to waiting happen now Koinadugu district where a lot of violence and intimidation and election malpractices take place. So I want to make una patience we go on and off with Dr. Richard Konteh and to self know the system, the internet here. So Doc, there's this big concern or this big issue where Newbie also raised, say there was a problem or there was some concern with the SLPP, the ballot paper, where 3 dots be or 3 mark be then at the SLPP ballot paper, then where the APC be raised concern inside, they say it go affect the voting. You know, if people want for vote for APC, it go affect the voting because of that 3 dots there, and then go hopefully neck go count and void or something. So the alarm be raised there. But I made to understand, say, Dr. Kaifala Mara been calm and try for solve the situation, but it was back and forth. Can you go able to elaborate on that day to the point that where you been say the youth minister been calm inside there and disrupt the whole process?
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, in the first instance, we in the APC will be interested for bend over backwards for ensure say the electoral process go on smoothly. When the issue come up now that polling center, then draw the attention of Dr. Kaifala Mara, so it go there. Now be a printed error. You know, when they print, the ballot papers then get those dots. The concern of the APC was that at the point of counting the ballots, they might decide, say, a void vote because of those dots. So Dr. Kaifala Mara is okay, no problem, as long as NEC no say them point here not to post it, but they try for vote. Them dot here don't they even before the voting they start. So they not will use them for either void a vote or do anything we will disadvantage any of the parties. So if that is the understanding with everybody when I step and also the file with APC, let the process continue, not disrupt the process. At that point, then the youth minister can they even push Dr. Kaifala Mara, he disrupt the process, then destroy, vandalize the vehicle belonging to Michael Ukoroma, and those types of things are really, really unfortunate. If the APC being really violent and want for retaliate, now they can't see that they disrupt an entire electoral process. But we be assured of victory, so we'll be very patient and we mature in the democratic process. So we exercise a lot of restraint, exercise a lot of maturity. Supporters there to be very calm, we will not allow anybody to can derail the electoral process because we know say SLPP then get a pattern. Whenever they see say they want loss, then they can't hit first to make the whole thing scatter. You know, they do on one time where a whole minister go into a center, we get 10 stations. Just when you know say it they go their own way, it go disrupt the whole process, but when they use that as a basis for cancel the elections because they know say they get money for redo the elections several times over, we not get that money there. and they want to put government into plenty losses where we not feel say that they good for government. So we exercise a lot of restraint, and we talk to people, them and calm down, and at that same they will make it continue. But it was really bad. They pushed to take Mara, they Koskosam, they vandalized the vehicle of Mikael Kuroma, and it was bad.
That's not where the youth minister come in.
Yes.
So coming, in other words, coming like it try for put the situation under control. It coming with force.
No. Yes. That precisely, and it was unfortunate.
Yeah, because on an interview with 98.1, the youth minister be debunked that statement they from when you bring out on that same interview said he know what's in new insinuate not to so happen. So it was like back and forth, but it really debunked that statement they when you make and where you self don't confirm say it happened.
Well, luckily, new na a neutral observer, new no partisan. Waiting they observe, now they talk about. Why they not accuse Dr. Kaifala Mara of disrupting the process? Why? Now they all believe it. I believe say if Dr. Kaifala Mara of the APC been disrupt the process, they're for reporter. Now because the Minister of Youth disrupt the process, in the portal. And you're unfortunate because we don't get a report where they say this minister not be able to take kabala. So I was shocked for find out say it was actually in kabala and if they go around centers and it will cause this type of disruptions. These types of development, this type of attempts for send out false realities about what they happen, now they undermine democracy and good governance as alone. I would hope say people will really stop this type of habits. They're not good for the country. We don't pass that.
Famulem, if you just join in, you are watching the Tell It to Rachel show, and then I also today with Dr. Richard Konteh, when one of the aspirants of the presidential aspirant of the APC party. And unfortunately, I've been supposed to forget Lawrence Lima, but they just send message to me say the Sausa Ide in organ network and all of that, because INSEF been get plenty things them where INSEF same and couple of interviews them where I for be like for make it respond to. But however, Dr. Richard Konteh there, so like I say, him being present, him being there really inside the Tally Center and know what thing go on with the election na the Koinadugu district we just passed this Saturday. One of Lawrence Lima in interview, he state clearly say the approach where APC take it not been good. It was a forceful approach, the approach of violence and so on and so forth. Do you want to agree with that there? Because it seems categorically clear in one of the interview with regards to what happened na Kabala during the election.
Well, luckily, apart from the report from you, when a neutral observer of the process, we also see video clips of what happened inside the Tally Center. And in all of the video clips, we not to APC record them because they not allow any APC person for record. Now, SLP people are not able to record. Then allow them for hold their cameras. They allow them for record. No APC man, any APC man will attempt for any recording, then policeman they can't hold them for making no record the attacker. But that's happened inside the Tally Center. But the videos where they send out will clearly show we, the APC people there, we come, we stand, then we see the SLPP there, they agitate, they cause noise, they rush, they can't attack APC people there, when they parts there, then go rush, go attack the other person, then parts, rush, go attack the other person. So the facts are very clear. And no any attempt for distort the facts not they help. And I'm not surprised if my good friend Lawrence Lima will refute. I'm not expecting for answer. But the facts are very clear, and neutral observers they did it, and video evidence they for confirm within the APC they allege.
So there was a report saying that I think in front of una office na Kabala or so, APC being vandalized, motokadem, and also beat to a man, because that was the message out there. Una been beat to a man, that same location there, and una born ballot box and so many other things there. Una ready for take responsibility of some of them things there. So
that again is not true. Waiting happened. This station, the RC Primary School, La Kabala. This school, they opposite the APC office, La Kabala. Elections did go on smoothly. In fact, the Solomon police don't deploy policemen in front of the APC. And this person here come with an unmarked, with a car we not get the much, with thugs inside. It just come bash into the center outside the elections to take place. So that the voters will include both APC and SLP people, now they grab them and deal with them so that they will allow the electoral process to continue. So he come with intent for disrupt the process, but the voters, they resist them and they put under control and hand over to the police for further investigations. So now that happened. This Center RC Primary School, it is right opposite the party office. And I was there in the party office. In fact, when the APC people there, the one for respond, videos that they out again where they show how I come out, I talk to the AIG, to me, and then I take the APC people there, I put them back into the party office, I lock the gate, and we ask people if for man the gate, don't allow anybody for come out, and we begin singing with victory song. Because we believe, say, when we face suppression, oppression, intimidation, and thuggery and violence, the way we pacify ourselves as APCians, as comrades, are for sing with victory song. Because we believe, say, in these struggles where we undergo as APC, at the end of it all, victory will be ours. And at that, precisely we believe, say, will be deserved for get complete victory from the elections.
All right, so we talk about inside the Tale Center, waiting happen. Okay, we don't make it clear, say, you know, one policy way accredited for the inside there, so your being in there was legitimate. And we also, you say, from new and the news where they go around, say, there was, tamper, try for play with the figures, put one before and put this and that. So you will be there right there, and you were the whistleblower. Now you blow that whistle, they say something is not right, this should be corrected and all of that. How the whole process been played out at that particular time where you get for figure out, say something not right?
Thank you very much. You know, APC be very prepared, technically, logistically, and otherwise for this election. So immediately after the elections, we tally all, we get all the RR forms, we tally them, we get the database set. So we go to the tally center prepared with the RR forms, and we go to the tally center prepared with the spreadsheet. We don't already do we own tally, we don't do we own collation, we get the own results. So when the tally process starts, then they display the figures where they input on the screen. And so we deploy and so we do the inputting. Now we discover, say, Musai APC supposed to get 83 and SLPP gets 69. All of a sudden, we see they don't write 69, don't turn to 169. Well, we become a bit concerned. Actually, 82 and 69. We become a bit concerned. So we raise objection.
You notice that one.
You
notice that.
I don't want to personalize anything there. APC raised objection. Not talk about APC there. APC raised objection and draw the attention of the Electoral Commissioner, Edmond Alpha, to this. So we present the RR form where they show waiting for the correct figure. And we ask for make them produce the RR form from which they generate the figure with the input. When they produce the original RR form from which they input, now then we find out, say, the NTPEX the 0, they make a 1, and this Mr. Paul Damba, the initial. Now Edmond Alpha asked, would I initial this document? Now Paul Damba said, nah. And I said, but why you do it? So clearly it was a wrong case. I said, well, Mr. Commissioner, the way this man don't behave, we no longer get confidence in this man for continue for the quality controller for this exercise. Because they change the figures. So at that point, they decide for make the excuse me first. Then pull him out of the hall and then bring somebody else for can replace him. Unfortunately, the person where they bring him for can replace him happened to be the same person when the superintended the rigging of the elections that Tom Kolimba 2 years ago, when they rigged in favor of SLPP. So then and then we pick him up. APC pick him up and say, my friend, what have you been there to call him back? He said, nah, yeah, so now I will not trust you. You know, a rigger. And we want somebody who we will trust. Again, they decide for us come out and they bring somebody else. We accept to go. And at that point again, we watch again, we see another side where APC gets 122, SLPP gets 88 on the RR form. But when they enter APC 88, SLPP 122. They swap the figures. So we observe a number of these types of things. At that point, we just talk about 1/3 of the tallying process. We already pick up 4 of those cases. I believe so we will pick up a few more if we will continue, because the way we did the show on the 100 and more entries, just to see about 15 entries at a time. So now just from those few what we see, now we will pick up 4 false entries. So we pick out the RR forms again and go back to the next commissioner for they do those corrections. At that point, now another minister enter with more talks. And when he comes,
which minister, Andy?
The deputy minister, when Napoleon, we also happen to be the Secretary General of the SLPP. He come in with some other big guns. They get policeman there with guns. They get with their man there with guns, and they get some thugs. When they come, they begin attack people. Attack. The whole place became very rowdy. All attempts by the next commissioner for try for calm them down, they're not able. And sadly, even the police not able to contain them. Well, we say the police not be even willing for do waiting they're supposed for do for bring the situation under control. Because I believe say those few thugs will be they try for disrupt the process. The number of policemen there will be there, even if they're lazy. There'll be plenty enough for able to handle those guys, arrest them and take them away, even if they're for just temporary custody for make the process for go on smoothly. But they were reluctant and hesitant because they, as Shaw say, they fear. Say if they take any action, so tell them for interpreter, for men say they don't take action against the government in power, and so tell them for lost their jobs. And the poor guy there, get their families, that they're picking them for take care of, and no one can lose their jobs. So it was unfortunate. So then we were at the mercy of those SLPP thugs. We are at the mercy. Anything before happening to me, anything. Now God knows take me.
All right, like I mean, they say again and again, it's rather unfortunate. Lyle and Slima is not here for making safe getting your part.
I wish it for day. I wish it before day.
Yes, because I needed, because I really need a balance story from both sides. But unfortunately, like I say, he sent message or somebody sent message to me say, USAID, network and stuff like that.
By the way, videos they for backup statements.
It's rather unfortunate.
Evidence they for backup anything what they say now. I don't need for like.
If you're just joining, please share the video because, like I say, this Kabbalah by-election open a lot of Sierra Leoneans their eyes, and Sierra Leoneans that are so much concerned because we get bigger election ahead of we. So if there's small one, they are so things like this don't begin to come up. Waiting go come when we have our own 2022-2023 elections. I mean, so there's so much concern going on with Sierra Leoneans at home and at the diaspora as to waiting happen na kabala is like a test case of waiting for happen na the big election. So now it make really with the put here and put more on this particular issue. So because we all are Sierra Leoneans there and we want for no really waiting go on from both sides. But the program will continue. I want to ask you, Doc. At a point, like you say, when these figures were changed, I want to make you tell Sierra Leone people waiting at the RRF form and how authentic that RRF form they be as to compare to waiting in at the system. So is it waiting in at the RRF form, then they put in at the system, and how the RRF form authentic? I want to explain to Fambulen so that they will understand waiting at this RRF form and how the RRF form results they transform to the one that they put in at the system.
The RRF, the results and reconciliation form. You know, in the electoral process, when they compile the result, there are two things they look at for. The results, when I wait each party score, and then the reconciliation, when they look at how many ballot papers they are available, how many they use, how many they not use, and if for balance. Then they call the reconciliation. Because if it's not balanced, then it means there is either overvoting or some other electoral malpractice, or maybe there's ballot stuffing, or maybe somebody introduced extraneous ballot papers into the process. Because when they distribute ballot papers, that 300 normally they give per station. Anything above 300, they create a new station. Even though, of course, sometimes if they get multiple stations, and then maybe the last station gets only less than 100 ballot papers, in those exceptional circumstances, they can add those ones to the last station, and go get more than 300. So when they do this form, what they call the results and reconciliation form, now they enter the result, and then they also reconcile the total number of ballots that they issue, how many they use, how many they not use, and then they enter with each party score, how many void, then they balance them, they reconcile them. That is that document. And on that document, at the end of the exercise, NEC, they sign them. The political parties will take part in the election, they sign them, and then the observers said they sign that document. After
So
they don't
continue.
After they don't sign them, NEC, they take one original where they put inside an envelope, what do they call a tampered envelope, or not they call a tampered envelope. They put the tea, they put the sealer. The only time when they open them again, now at the tally center. Then they also take one copy, then give them to the district elections manager. We serve the seal them in an envelope and keep them as their own extra copy. I believe saying that just in case anything happen with the one-way national that they keep, they go able revert to the other one day. After that, then they give one copy each to the political party agents where they na that station. So this is the opportunity where the political parties that they get a copy of the results. So when it comes now to the tally, the original of the RR form where every political party get a copy of 9 that they use. And the simple thing where they're supposed to do, one, now for check the reconciliation and see if nothing no go wrong with the reconciliation. Because if anything go wrong, the system, the software where NEC they use, it programmed such that it will reject them. For example, if there is any evidence of overvoting, the question be happening at Tonkoliba, where the number of ballot papers they will issue lower than the total number of ballots they fill inside the ballot box, then all of those RR forms where record their anomalies the system, they reject them. And what will be happening at Tonkoliba is that those rejected RR forms, now they unfairly decide for manually input, bypass the system, it do a manually and declare results in favor of SLPP, because SLPP don't introduce extraneous ballot papers into the process, actually old ballot papers into the process. So the NEC official, they be just supposed for take what it did on the original. If the reconciliation all right, which was the case with this one with the tamper with, allow them to input the correct figures. But waiting NEC then decide for me is that they take this original, then still say nobody no go know. Because I think say they didn't get away with this in the past. Where possibly we as APC not been too vigilant. But now we don't become a bit more aware and we don't become a bit more sensitive and we don't become a bit more savvy in terms of how we monitor them processes there. So there'll be the field say we not go know. And because even when they come for enter the figures, they know they do it systematically. So you enter the first one. Even when they don't say that they're supposed to happen, going forward, we get for ensure say the next time now they go to the talent center, we they say, okay, this year now, so we get for enter now. So now we patient all the other forms how they get for appear on the screen before ever they begin input. So that it's very easy for make we compare them with the own copies of the RR forms and be sure say waiting we get now input. So now in the process of inputting these results from the RR forms, now we discover say the data enter something different from reality. And we pick them up and raise objection. And in the case of Kabala, the commissioner acknowledged, say we were right, he acknowledged, say a man they wrong, and he take necessary action. But what can happen now later is that we don't discover, say, it go beyond one man. The entire NEC institution, now a cabal, where they don't set up, and they are programmed to rig.
So not on the APC be left that structure, the NEC instruction, not on be left
not to the structure their problem. Not to the structure their problem, are the people.
Are the people, okay.
And the people where they use right now, you know, say where NEC, then car, then sack, what do they get for sack, and employ, what do they get for employ, and deploy, what do they get for deploy, when the business that the people strategically in strategic locations. And this include the ICT team we get for do with the inputting of results. So, which means, because if really they all know they in cohort, like when a man change that thing from 69 to 169, somebody for that pick them up, say, why you change this? It's not correct. But because they're all there in agreement, they input them, they accept them so. And I think say this, they don't be the pattern, and they feel say they will get away with it this time. Unfortunately for them, once bitten, twice shy. We were a bit more vigilant, and they're not able to get away with it this time.
Yes, because Fambulengo want for no, and the concern is why some of this all the time their election malpractice here in a day in favor of the government. Why the day in favor of the opposition? So they are questioning that. I make us say it's unfortunate that Lima is not here today for answer some of them things they are so, because when I don't complain, when I put so much concern at different elections, especially this one, why then they always rig or try for change figures in favor of the government? Why not in favor of the APC?
That's simple reason. They're not going to win normal election because the track record is bad. Their performance in governance is bad. And everybody all over the country don't see it. This year, the extent to which things don't bad off, it affects everybody, even in the village. Even when they out, the extent to which well the country, when they feel out there. So but they still want for continue for placate the situation by presenting a picture as if everything was okay. I understand, say, my good friend go talk on side, say, now they don't get opportunity for make the can't get good developments now koinadugu for can't go development at this world where the people say they don't win. Now say, I tell somebody, now say, so they want to tell me, say, for make the can go development at koinadugu, they get for thief, they get for rig, before they can go development, they not rig. And it's not allow them for rig, no, can go development day. I mean, we don't give them presidency. You know enough for making you say, well, you don't get the presidency, you get a responsibility for serve the whole country. You don't know that? Do you have to rig and steal an election in a ward for making people can go development in another area there? It's really unfortunate.
Okay, There was another thing again, where I was concerned about, and other people be concerned about during the election, where the election been day on, and after the election counting begin take place and all of that. We see how figures them they flown us on social media, and both sides claiming victory, especially more from the APC supporters. Then the influx of different figures coming from the Talent Center and the RR Forum and all of that, they claim victory. You not think that that's also been create more tension and make situation escalate, or was that a strategy because of the process?
First of all, you got to know, say, when they don't do the election, as I said, they give every political party a copy of the RR form. Then they also paste the RR form, a copy, at the center, at the station. It is on the wall, all over the constituency, or all over the district, or all over the world, as the case may be. And they paste and they. So in this day and age of smartphones, anybody can snap them and send her out. So because of that, all man get her out. And also, because of this age of smartphone, this age of Excel, where anybody can make your own program, it's very easy to make all man become a collation center, begin collate and begin sending your results. And in any case, the gap between APC and SLPP will not be narrow. It will be very wide, over 7,000 votes. So in a small ward, district, where the voter turnout was less than for about 43% only, the total voter turnout for the chairmanship, it's very easy for people to begin collate and begin project and begin say they don't win. And besides, I think say
the winning are from both sides. Like I say, the winning where the result and the winning where everybody they now from most sides from the APC. Now they ask if then they know cause as a result of that not add upon the tension where the whole process been get.
Well, I don't know whether I add or I reduce, but of course, nobody gets right for announced final results, and only NEC get the right for announced final results. But I believe, say, the tensions were so high that people wanted to know what was happening. So I'm not surprised, therefore, that one person or the other will try for cool off nerves and say, oh, no, don't worry, we don't win, we are leading. It's normal. I mean, and that make even when some people that below say they lost, they still try to make the people say, oh, could I relax? Now we don't win. Maybe just for cool off tensions. But it's true, yes, it's not supposed to happen that way. But the reality is that everybody will want for make it keep in people there energized and awake and active. And I believe that make those things that they happen.
So with all what happened, so and the results you say don't come on, you been believe say you want for believe say one for believe say APC win the two election the chairmanship.
Yeah, we win the chairmanship by over 7,000 votes as confirmed by the tallying of the results, and we win the ward election by 93 votes. And I talk with confidence on that because they thief 100 votes. And when they thief 100 votes, it make they say they win by 7 votes. So if you take 7 from 100 and 97, so that means 93. So that means we before beat them by 93 votes.
So now that you say NEC don't call the council of results, right?
Yeah, they've been declared all the 2 results after the
so the SLPP win the council.
That's what they say. That's what they say. But they go to court.
So okay, so now they want reach to. So what's in the position of the APC where they claim victory? What's in the position now?
We go court because we don't exhaust the local remedies with the commission, because the procedure is that when they announce the provisional results, before then they certify them. If you get any objection, you raise them with the commission. We do that. The Secretary General of the party, he writes a formal letter to the commissioner and he call them for raise objection, and we send all the proofs for say rigging they take place, and we ask them for making do the right thing. Regrettably, we present to them as proof, and they embark on the usual power mentality, you know, and they go ahead and certify the thing. You know, it's very simple for see this fear out. If you even, I can just help you now, make we see this fear more clearly. If you see now, I don't know if you're able to see now, this screen now, these are the RR form.
Not too clear.
Okay, too bad.
They come clearly, yes. They come clearly. But what do you want to say now? Why una so confident? Why the APC so confident? Say now they win the council or election.
Because we get the RR form, we should say SLPP get 49 votes. APC in this particular station get 83 votes, and we get a copy of the tally sheet. We show we side and change the SLPP figure from 49 to 149, and then keep the APC figure at 83. So we say they add an extra 100. And if they add extra 100, then they win by 7 votes. So if you not be add that extra 100, just minus the 7 from the 100, we will win by 93 votes. So we're very sure, we're very confident. And besides, we've been get all that, only 15 centers. 15 stations. Then at this ward, only 15 stations. A small one. And the 15 stations will get all the RR forms. So we don't add them. And we don't win. So if we see anything different from what we don't get, we go raise questions. Because the figures not supposed to change. Waiting there on the RR form, the copy where they give it, now they're supposed to get, and then they're supposed to input. So if they don't begin to produce anything different, of course, we go raise concerns.
Yeah, I want you make mention of the past elections them where una be claim say SLPP been tampered with, when they don't call him that election will be happen day where they luckily the month and call results and say SLPP don't win, and also the constituency 110 where they do 3 times. We see waiting play out as well. That constituency 110. Basically with other side, but those two, let me just set an example here with those two. Those are also critical elections, but I want to know why on those 2 elections, why APC, since una no say they talk say una no say na be rig that election they back, especially the town calling by una rig and eventually una say SLPP win, they say SLPP win. Why una not take the steps what una they take now so for kabala? Why una not be don't take and then subsequent election that will be don't pass? Why na kabala una they put una heavyweight for raise them concern here and for take them steps they are so right now? Why kabala?
We raise all necessary and legal objections. We challenge the results in both cases, but they overrule we. We even go to court, and the court asks for a rerun. Even when we tell them the facts of the matter. And unfortunately, there's a limit to what we can do. We just decide, say, this time we exhaust all the options, because we don't say this year it don't pass, it don't come back. And the reason why we don't decide for really take this kind of action is because the dimension where this particular thief take, it render the entire electoral process irrelevant. There's no need for make we vote if at the end of the day, the NEC officials can sit down and enter to that for enter. So it's not necessary. So the voting will take place is irrelevant. And so if the NEC people can decide for stoop so low as for begin change scratch figure and change them and input them, just because they want to achieve a particular result, if we allow that for continue, then we can as well say 2023 and better complete, because that they control NEC, so they can as well just tell them on our enter their figures here. And I hope say on our way say up to this day, there's controversy over the 2018 elections and the outcome. up to this day, we're not able to get from NECIT a comprehensive report on the elections nationally, where they will show every station, every center, every constituency.
So today, we are not getting any comprehensive report from NEC.
And how do they amount to victory for the presidential election for SLPP as against APC? Always till we get, maybe they say, okay, today we can announce 25% of the results and give figures. Today we can't do 50%. Because then the last one, they just take the balance way left, then divide it into two, then give half to APC, half to SLPP. How can that happen? It was too mechanical. But anyway, so be it. It has happened. But so at this point, say such a thing not happen again. And because what happen again, and we could put your foot down now, because if you not put your foot down now, 2023 will be a better complete, and it will be bad for this country.
Okay, let we say, as like you say, from the past election, by elections, then where you say don't always concern on go to court and everything for those, them past election, as well as this one we just done. Let's assume, or let's say that the same thing happened, the overrule and all of that. What's in the next step from the APC?
Well, we don't right say we will take all legal and reasonable steps at our disposal for seek redress. So we go explore all options we potentially available to we as a party. But we try to make it abundantly clear that they did test the resolve of the APC.
All right, at this point, when I get any idea of the Mr. Damba, the man in question, and because he was, particularly picked out. So at this point, when I get any information as to Usai Mr. Damba Day right now, because of course we say, of course, and pull on at the Chale Center, and the government decided they hand over to the police. When I get any idea right now, Usai.
We don't get any idea about Mr. Paul Damba in where
this
we want to say the police they handle the matter, but nothing more worrisome. Even when Paul Damba not there, where we can have free time, they do the same thing. They change the score for Fumbakoro Station 1, who said APC get 83, SLPP get 49. They change them to APC 83, SLPP 149. So which means
you don't think it's an error, or you think it's an
then if not error, make the corrector simple. So if not error, when we bring them to their attention and they see say na error, make the corrector. But when they insist for keeping that way, it means not error, it's deliberate. And the worrying thing is that this type of rigging is now institutionalized. So not no longer an isolated case of a Paul Damba, but now institutionalize something where involve all the core staff of NEC, and that is what is worrisome. So whoever you put there, it don't matter, they will commit the same crime, and that is worrisome.
At this point, with all waiting, the APC party don't see so far. At this point, una still get hope and trust and believe inside the electoral process.
Well, we believe in elections, but we don't lose confidence in the ability of the Electoral Commission as currently constituted for conduct a free, fair, transparent, and credible elections. They don't demonstrate in these two elections for, say, the tendency for fraud is institutionalized. Not to any isolated case of one man we may be overly partisan and have a supporting party. No. Now the entire institution. Now, even when they remove one man, the next man when they come, they do the same thing. So it means it is institutionalized. And that means the entire institution is rotten to the core. And if that is the case, then we believe, say, more stringent steps that need to be taken. And now we could call on the international community, the development partners, moral guarantors, and when they will provide resources to government and to NEC for do the right thing for building capacities, where they don't say, una monies they know they go in the correct way, for bring pressure for beer on them, for make them do the right thing, and possibly the need for some dramatic restructuring and reforms inside the NEC for make people that will get confidence for say something good can come from them.
Okay, so like we can say from the beginning, this particular election was like an eye-opener to Sierra Leoneans, because we know when they see this kind amount of election malpractices where figures are being changed back to front to back and all of that. We've never seen such a thing like this. So it don't create a lot of concern, you know, as with Sierra Leoneans there at home and in the diaspora. So what does this mean? Because they are concerned, we are all worried when we go cancel the presidential election, even the council election and all of that. What's in this mean? This kind of election malpractice. What's it mean to Salone people right now at this point where political parties they prepare for go into elections in the next 1 or 2 years?
It means with democracy na Salone they under threat. It means we get people there inside NEC we bent on fomenting chaos and anarchy in this country. It means we get people there with them give this big responsibility for ensure with democracy deepen and we lay the foundations for good governance in this country. We get among them people that will not mean well for this country. We just want to cause confusion in this country. And it means we all, as well-meaning Sierra Leoneans, for rally together, for resist that. We for say no to this, for say enough is enough. Let we put Sierra Leone above with parochial interests, and let we tell NEC for say then they lead we down very slippery slope, and we not allow them for do that just because they want to satisfy their selfish egos or whatever way they want for police. This is very, very bad, and this is not good for our country. And we all, as well Minister said, for resistance with every fiber of energy we available to me.
Yes, Sierra Leoneans then go the one that say, well, if this not the kind of thing where they happen, and up till now, we not get any headway with all the allegations they are so where the APC don't raise or then concerning were even new raised for this election, although they said it was relatively peaceful, but we made to understand, say, a lot of people will not be able to go vote. A lot of so many things that happen where disrupt the process or probably affect the votes and the figures and all of that. So Sierra Leoneans, things say at this point, a lot of them, based on what happened, so then discouraged and they feel say, I mean, whether I vote or not vote, it's not going to make any difference because this is going to be the pattern or the usual. What you get for assure Salone people then because of waiting with the season now?
That is precisely the fear which some of we get, and that is precisely which we get for rise up against. And that is why we call on the judiciary as we last resort. Now we're supposed to get separation of powers. When you feel, say, your rights that they under threat, you revert to the judiciary for seek redress. That is why we call on the judiciary. They don't need to favor anybody. May they just look at the facts as presented and may they act accordingly. And all we ask them for do, one of the pleas where I hope say they will ask for that for make the courts then order a recount. If the NEC then get confidence in their tallying, if they get confidence in their figures, then make the order a recount. Make the order a recount. And if they order a recount, we go see whether they on the right side of history. And they will all come back here to name and shame each other. If now we wrong, let them shame we. If now they're wrong, let we shame them. And make Sierra Leoneans this time, they put above party and put Sierra Leone at the center and see what's good for Sierra Leone. This way of doing things, where a few individuals feel say because of the privileged position where they occupy, where they charge them with these responsibilities, they can therefore use that for disadvantaged others and dictate how things will go and disenfranchise people and deny people them the right for choose the leaders, way for lead them. I think say we all get say no to that and say stop to that and help protect we fragile democracy with people that don't sacrifice so much for nurture and sustain over the years.
All right. I made to understand, say, there are a couple of by-elections them where they, pending. You go on for tell me how many of these by-elections that were they pending right now and why?
Understand say with the expect by-election for one ward now Kenema and another ward now Kono. And APC will participate in those elections and we will go there again to go prove a point. I will call on the people of Kenema, call on the people of Kono for make them come out again and vote for APC. And may they be rest assured that we yai the open like mountain fat food and any effort for rig, we will detect them, we will raise hell, we will cause noise about this, we will make the public know and we hope say we will name and shame so that people then will see reason why they for stop for do those blatant displays of electoral malpractice, electoral fraud, it's not good for we. So we go resist them all the way because we know say that the foundations will they lay for waiting there for 2023. If we allow these things to go unchecked now, then as I say earlier on, 2023 now waste of time. And we will not allow that to happen. Sierra Leoneans they need APC back.
Yeah, but plenty thing the way don't they happen in way now una they complain where una don't make raise concern against this government don't go unchecked for a long time. Why now the APC way one for raise their voice? Why now the APC one for team up? Or way all this while people and they say where the APC they say this APC they talk so APC they do APC they for do this APC they like a strong opposition. People then feel say you were not that strong opposition they expected as a country where na ingo make the current government be able for govern the people of Sierra Leone very well when they have a strong opposition. But all these years, people feel like the APC were quiet on certain issues then where the masses then get concerned about. Why now una one ready for open eye for step up and this for step up and that? Why now?
Well, we want to allow them time for them to correct themselves. We don't raise all of these issues diplomatically. We don't issue press statements. We don't call press conferences repeatedly. We don't hold meetings with the government. We feel say they will go through a learning process with time. They will go on there and they will do the right thing. But now we don't find out say that they are very bad students. They're not ready for learn, and therefore we believe say the language way then they understand. Now we for use against them now.
But people they say because the APC party was really divided up to this point. That is why instead of fights come after the government on things they wouldn't do right, they come after on safe at the detriment of the people, that we vote for now, or at the detriment of Sierra Leoneans the way una for talk for, but una focus on the in-house thing. And now una want for show face as election they come. What do you get for tell Salon people about that?
Well, APC party has never been divided. APC party now a party we just to go through an internal process of trying for elect a new type of leadership for move we into the 2023 elections. That's all. And wherever you get elections in any institution, naturally you forget those rivalries, you forget those tensions. But you see what happened in Makeni. All the odds notwithstanding, you saw APC united. and make nobody not feel say APC divided. No. Everybody saw in Kabbalah, we were all together as a united APC. And I believe it or leave it, we all don't come to the full realization for say, not only a united APC now able to defeat SLPP. And so we go rally behind whoever emerge as the flag bearer for the APC, and we will move on. And this is the first time where we don't agitate. Me personally, after the second election now 110, where I go na TV, AYV, and talk about what happened. And of course, you'll be hearing the position I will take after Tom calling back. They locked me up for 4 days, for nothing. But they feel say that they will silence me. No. That day will not ever silence me. Rather, for some of us, they embolden me. You take me, you lock me up unjustly, they embolden me. You know, they silence me. And believe it or leave it, we will no longer be silenced. We will no longer keep quiet. We are going to agitate. We are going to make our voices heard, and we will make the world know waiting they happen inside this country, and we will give the people of this country a clear choice for make. We will very soon start with the APC agenda and set them against the SLPP agenda and left them give the people of this country for decide. And we believe, say, the people of this country have had enough of SLPP, and they will see clearly waiting APC get as a record and waiting APC from this country.
So at this point, you want for confirm, or you want for assure Sierra Leoneans, they say the opposition, the main opposition party, when at the APC, una day together and una ready for take on governance issue against the current government. Una united, una they come as a united front.
We are united. All waiting they happen inside APC now. We fight for power no more. Now, fight for power. Once we don't sort ourselves out, we don't get with new leader, we will continue for be united, we will move forward. We focus on the bigger picture, and the bigger picture for us is to remove SLPP. The target for APC now SLPP. And the reason why we make SLPP the target is because we know say SLPP not mean well for the people of this country. So we want to present these people of this country a viable alternative in the APC, so that we will continue with the legacy, the positive development-oriented legacy with the APC known for. The peace and stability with APC renowned for. The cordial environment wherein everybody, every Sierra Leonean, they feel himself a part of the country, and we get the opportunity for contribute your own bit to the country development. That is what APC offers this country. That is what we have missed in the 3.5 to 4 years of SLPP. And that is what we want to bring back in 2023.
All right, so at this point, at this time where we all know, say, you are one of the aspirants them at the APC party for be the flag bearer, and you don't make and clear, say, whosoever win, all of the aspirants and the entire APC go support and rally around that person. Is that correct?
Exactly. We go rally around whoever the people of the APC elect as the flag bearer for lead we against the SLP. We all rally around that person, and I believe say that person will be me, Dr. Richard Konteh.
All right, and the thing again where you mentioned, say, on our targets na SLPP, I know, of course, opposition always want for comeback, na power, they always, that's definitely obvious, they want for comeback na power. But you know, things say, the SLPP, they don't do well enough for lay Sierra Leoneans, they vote them back in?
They don't do so poorly that back. And I will welcome an opportunity for debate early SLPP man on their record as against the APC record. I look forward to that.
So from your opposition lens, in all sincerity, so far as with in terms of governance, in terms of the economic and everything so far where the SLPP don't run on under for the past 3 going to 4 years, how you go able for return from your own opposition lens, you know, in all sincerity?
Very poor. The performance
from 1 to 10. From 1 to
10, where 10 being the best and 1 the lowest.
10 be the best and 1 the lowest.
Last year, they did 2.5%. Now they did 2.3%. 2.3 out of 10. 2.3 out of 10.
So, you as a presidential aspirant of the APC, and you don't get so much confidence, say, now you get for win that inside that convention day or whatever that you get for win.
Precisely.
And whosoever win, you don't clear them that these platforms say everybody go all go rally and support that person in the interest of the party and the interest of the people of Sierra Leone, and for make sure say SLPP come on our power. So what's in the things then where what's in the legacy there where APC be left, where una feel say the people of Sierra Leone want APC back?
The people of Sierra Leone, the fundamental thing they want now peace and stability at the country. APC being guaranteed peace and stability at the country. The people of this country want infrastructural development. They want for sea their roads, they want for sea lights, they want for sea water. And APC gets a track record of doing that. From waiting we left, we inherit less than 10 megawatts of power. By the time we left, we get over 700 megawatts of power. By the time we come, no district, not get light or water. By the time we left, they all get light and water. By the time we'll be coming, not get tarred roads. By the time we left, we'll get up. By the time we become in power, the whole country will get less than 100 bed spaces at the hospitals. By the time we left, we get thousands of bed spaces at the hospitals. By the time we succeed for sustain and improve upon the human rights record of the country. We not hear who side they pass and kill people in Pademba Road. We never decide they pass and massacre people in Makeni for generator. We never decide they pass and massacre people in Losar, etc. It not happen. We not hear who side they go kill people there just because they want for votes now, like we have been at Trump back. All of these type of atrocities not ever happen. But more importantly, we not ever get a situation under APC who said they sack people there en masse as a result of their perception about which the people of your own beliefs. We believe, say, as an APC, that Sierra Leone belongs to we all, and we all for be given an equal opportunity for make we actualize our own potentials. So we will continue for build upon the track record and improve upon it, and get into new areas for ensure, say, we make this country the country we all will be proud of.
All right, as we wrap up, Sierra Leoneans or Salone don't so divided. We I don't open to foresee a lot of things in recent years, to the point that the country is so polarized, it's so divided. We don't say it has always been there, but the people them every now and then you read on social media, Sierra Leone is so divided in tribes and a region and all of this. We don't divide now. How the APC, just in case you win the flag bearer, how you go able for unite and unify the country that has been so divided as people, and the same say it divided with politics, it divided with tribalism. If you know to this tribe, you know go there, and how you go come for how unify the country where don't divide so as people and they say.
Yeah, I sure say, Rachel, say the mantra for my campaign, now the unifier. I do ride on the campaign on the platform of wanting to unify this country, because I believe, say, the division with this country, the polarization with this country is not helpful for this country. And I believe, say, I'm well placed for this one because it has been part of my life. I go college Najala, I lecture Najala, and I get so many friends and former students we come from the other side. I get very good relationship with them, and I still get a very good relationship with them. In the times the way I don't work inside government and in civil society, I don't get along and support and help people from across the country, from across tribes, from across regions. And I'm not at any point in time disenfranchise or disadvantage anybody by virtue of a tribe, a region, or a religion. I believe, say, every Sierra Leonean will be treated as a Sierra Leonean, and it will be given an equal and unfettered opportunity for actualize in your full potentials. That is what I'm campaigning on. And that is what I'm offering myself as an instrument with this country for bringing back together.
So what are the track records? Because now, like I said, Salon people are either open. We either open because a lot of people they don't see what's in the go on at the political sphere, at the political arena, you know, and like track record really counts now when you talk about a presidential candidate or a president, even for become a president of Sierra Leone, that track records really matters based on waiting people, you know, Sierra Leoneans and concerned. So what are some of the track records, you know, you go run with and sell to the people of Sierra Leone, or even for Lady APC put you as a presidential candidate? Waiting at the track record where you go run on.
Okay, make I take first for the country. Everywhere I have served, I have delivered. And I don't left a mark. From a teacher to a university lecturer to a civil society activist working for CRS, helping for set up helping for set up the network of collaborative people in Sierra Leone, when I want up Sierra Leone now, and for set up that's advocacy concern on extractives, and for set up Wax Off Sierra Leone, I have a track record. In governance, from Minister of Finance, right up to Minister of Trade and State House, I get a track record of delivery and performance. And I believe, say, when I become president, I'm going to continue with even greater vigor for continuing that. For my party, I don't demonstrate within a party for, say, me a real born APC brigade. I don't demonstrate loyalty to my party against all odds. I don't come out for defend my party at a time when others they shy away from it. At great risk to my personal self, to my family, and to everything. I don't stand up, I don't go jail because of what I believe in and because of the defender, the defending party. I don't face all types of threats and intimidation, but I'm not cowed. I've gone all over this country in defense for all by-elections. Me and the team, we don't did it for defend. I don't go all over this country for energize the base, for talk to people, if identify with people, the supporters that way they don't suffer, where they don't burn their houses, where they don't rape, where they don't torture as a result of APC. I don't go around, I don't meet them, I don't interact with them. So I believe, say, because of which I don't do, and because of even the efforts for rally around the colleagues as flag bearers, them, for make we see reason why we for work together, why we for engage together, why we for see ourselves as a team, why we for work for achieve a common goal for we party. I believe I don't demonstrate, say, I get what it take to provide the leadership with this party need against the SLP. But lastly, I don't demonstrate, say, I know they allow myself for being intimidated by anybody, by any institution, or by any party in the effort for ensure, say, I redeem the APC, I redeem this country, and bring back this country into the lost glory under this SLP. Take them from the lost glory and bring up to which we all who want to make it. God be our help.
All right. Okay. Well, you don't say plenty thing there and good things there, but you know your records and what you stand for. Me, they come for me because me young platform they talk about woman. They are woman and so for position and self inside politics. Couple of days ago, I see a press conference by one of aspirants. I begin ask. I say, where are the women? We want for see woman and at the high table, not to just man there no more for sit down at the high table. We say one for sit down at the high table. How how you get for structure? Where as let's assume as a presidential flag bearer, how you go involve women them, because right now we have a agenda for make woman be a vice president. We not care whose party, but we will rally around that party. They will go put woman as vice president. Do you have any intention to bring woman at the end of affairs if you are elected as the flag bearer of the APC party? How you go able to involve women then? Because we've seen men throughout for the past 60 years now, women are the man and they sit down at the high table. Women then they are nowhere to be seen. Now then a women swing. Then they for buy Ashobi, then they for do fundraising. So this time we want for position we serve, for make we serve get a seat on the table, and also make we be part of that discussion. They will go Kego Salon before. Will you get any plans for women them for day at the end of affairs?
For strategic reasons, I not go state categorically now for say I will make woman my vice president, I don't make woman my vice president. I not go state that categorically. But what I will state categorically is that women will occupy a very prominent place in the administration when I become president. I a woman they agitate for 30%. I guarantee women that for all political appointments we need therefore make as president, women will get far above 30% of all political appointments. And believe it or leave it, after I don't become president 2023, after I announced my cabinet, after I announced my ambassadorial appointments, I announced other positions where the president they appoint, call me again and ask me for the percentage we're going to get to women. And you will find out, say, I don't keep my word, I don't do exactly what I say I will do. Because I believe personally and get the capacity for deliver. Men have had a fair share of the opportunity for them to show themselves. Women have not had that opportunity. And me believe say under the administration, we forgive more and more women the opportunity, make themselves show themselves, but then showcase what they're capable of doing. Maybe when that happens, we will don't lay the foundation blocks for possibly a female presidency in this country, not too distant future. Me believe say women deliver and they can do it, and therefore in the administration, women they will occupy a very prominent place.
What about within the party politics? Because like I say, now they all think the start within the party politics, women then they give them enough opportunity. They're like I said before, they are all they're at this corner, women's swing, women's congress, and this, but they are not given opportunity for then another higher position day of the party for represent at the higher position of the party. As a presidential flag bearer of the APC, will you advocate for make women then safe then at the hierarchy day of the APC, make them safe day that the stem of affairs within the party politics?
That discussion don't occupy the and I think say in the draft constitution we just adopt, we make a necessary provision for even in the allocation of symbols for make the preference to women, especially in those safe seats where we shall say and I think so we all don't acknowledge. But what you want for appeal to women is that they will come forward. Make women they not allow for always occupy the back seats. May they come forward, may they come forcefully. You know, I can always say, women, democracy is about numbers. And if you look at the demography of this country, now women are the majority.
52%.
So if women are the majority, then let them come out. Secondly, I want to appeal to women there. Make we women they stop for bring the country women then down. Make women then learn for support the country women there. Make it not be say anytime where a woman want for come out, the first people that will try for pull and down, but they come to woman there. Make woman they support themselves. You know, man's best servant is himself. And the best person for project women are women. Make the woman then come out and show say they can do it. When they come out and show interest in positions, make them come out and campaign and make the fellow woman there, and we, man them, let we support them, make them actualize their fullest potentials. Me get confidence in the ability of women for deliver. And I believe, say, if we give them the opportunity in this country, they will do wonderful things where they beyond imagination. The few women there, where we don't put in key positions in this country, the track record is very clear and we see how they deliver. And I believe, say, if we give them more opportunities, they will even do better.
Well, I really glad the way it come out from una way na the big one, and Leoputa say the big one and the party they come up from now. This is what I always say. Woman them not for the back seat for say we want for take this position. We need for come out. We need for position we serve. We need for make we serve relevant inside the party. We need for take that bold step there for make the SFC say we are ready and we are serious. So I'm happy that it's coming from you, and we all watch and see how the APC party plays out when it comes to positioning women in party politics. And finally, as we want for left, with all what's in the episode now, the kabala election, the by-election, what you want for make this government do, or for make the NEC or international community do, for bring sanity into the NEC, for restore, because like I say, people are so much concern, and people they've given up. Some of them have given up in even for can vote. Same minute they pay me money for can vote salon, make any use because of waiting they happen. So waiting you think say moving forward, the government or a NEC or even the international community, how you think say them for intervene, and what you think say them for do moving forward for make sure say we get a free, fair, and peaceful election come 2022, 2023?
That's the way for happen now. Since that the koinadugu issue there at the center of things now, that for make the order a recount. If they're not satisfied with simply the point where APC don't raise and the fact we don't present on the issue of Fumbakoro Station 1, we decided to change the figure from 49 to 149. If they're not satisfied, then they make the order a recount. After that, the next thing we therefore do, all the IT staff we've been there around that table, where they do the entry, they all are part of institutionalized electoral fraud. It's an electoral commission. And better do a thorough forensic investigation into those issues, and any staff, both permanent and temporary staff, where they find culpable in any effort for rigged elections in the way they do, make sure say they take appropriate actions. 3, make them restructure NEC, including the personnel, for make sure say we bring in people we know overtly partisan, but people there we go work, enough fear for make all the commissioners in the commission, they all come from one part of the country. I cannot say one tribe. That in itself, even if they're very objective in the most efficient, that in itself don't do for make people that begin cast aspersions.
Well, I don't raise that concern to the people of the international community.
At the last conference where NEC called.
Did you officially from the APC officially? Did you make it official to the European?
Yes, we don't raise objections to some of the nominations that they make for the electoral commission, but unfortunately, the overall we will not get power for stop them from going to the after.
I mean the international, the fund.
We don't raise in each case. We don't raise those objections, and I believe that will happen. Thirdly, fourthly, we get for a look at the way in which tallying will take place. I believe we get for sit down as political parties with NEC, for let we agree on how we for do tallying going forward. Clearly, we don't believe the current process where they go through a flood and a flout with a lot of challenges we believe we need for address. After we don't do that, I believe we do not lay the foundations for make we to happen. After that, I want to we appeal to the security forces for this country for make them know say they're not there for serve one political party or the other, or one government or the other. May they learn to be more professional in the discharge of their duties, and make they ensure say they get an even hand and provide the security where they need to provide to everybody, regardless of who that's the person be, because that day, by the oath, where they swear to. After that don't happen, I also feel say it would be good for make the only institution we're responsible for arbitrates when we get electoral disputes. You know, there's a proposal for set up a special tribunal for handle electoral offenses. You know, I hope say like how we do for the fast track commercial court. So we get a fast track electoral court for able to address those types of electoral issues. I hope that they will speedily set them up and then go man them with people of integrity. People there we go really look at the law, look at the facts and judge. Because when somebody knows say if they're wrong against a seek redress, it will help for entrench democracy in this country. I believe say if we do these types of basic things, we're doable, then we could all lay ourselves on a better foundation to move forward. After that, make we as politicians from various political parties learn for no say just because we are APC, we are SLPP, that don't make we enemies. It just happens say we get different political persuasions and therefore we pursue different lines of tracks in terms of how one forgets to governance. That doesn't make we enemies, and we not foresee each other as enemies. Then we learn to work together because we all get a shared responsibility for deliver to people there, which they ask for. And I believe say if we get that type of understanding in where we deal with politics, I believe say this country will move well and we all will be happy with the outcome.
So finally, what do you want for left with the APCians, the one that really the supporters of the APC? What do you want? Which word of confidence and courage what you want for left with them at this point, especially where you want for team up as a presidential aspirant for the APC party? Which word what you want for left with them and also Salone people left?
Well, to the people at the APC, I want to say the time for change will come. Let we rally together. Let we be united. Let we not allow ourselves to be divided by any reason. Let we see ourselves as comrades in one party and let we fight for a common cause. We have to bring back APC to governance in 2023. I want for assure when I say we as leaders would for defend on our rights for vote for the, and choose the person who I want for leading. We go as our leaders will do our best for ensure say we protect our interests at all costs. And I believe say if we all work together with a common purpose, with a common determination, with a clear leadership, victory will be assured for we in 2023. So Sierra Leoneans, I want to say Sierra Leone are we all own. That the country where we all belong to, the only country where we get. Let we learn to work together as common people, a united people with a shared land space, what we call your home. Let we see reason why we accommodate each other, and let we show a bit more tolerance. Let we not allow too much animosity, too much too much acrimony for prevailing. Let we see the other man as your brother. This way, we things that they go over the last 3.5 years to 4 years, and not believe that this is the Sierra Leone really born into APC. Let we all try for, let we change the situation. The APC is ready to come back and continue from where we left off on the 4th of April 2018. Ready for comeback, for unite this country, for bring peace and stability in this country, for bring development in the area of human development, in the area of infrastructural development, in the area of tourism, the economy, and all of those types of things. We want to ensure say we will bring back confidence in the private sector for when they come back and invest in this country and create the good jobs where we people that will live for make them live very comfortable lives. Government will provide the services, both social services, financial services, and other services we need to make this country be the Athens, make this country be the lovely place where we all will be so cherish. This Sierra Leone, the land that we love. May God help we all, and may God make we all actualize the fullest potentials that this young country. God being the helper.
Well, this now Dr. Richard Konteh, winner one of the APC aspirants, Flagbearer Aspirants, and don't talk to we all. And like I say, it's unfortunate that the issue of last week, Saturday, the election, the by-election at Koinadugu, we're not able to forget Lawrence Lima. We had a very good conversation yesterday when I sent the link to him. And unfortunately today, the phone was off, and later on they tell me, say, he not get network wherever he is. So it was an unfortunate situation, because we for be like for make we get in on side, because in safe been daily. But the program obviously get for continue, and we don't hear even without us knowing from him, we don't hear other interviews them, and also the reports we new make. And today we don't get the opportunity for hearing firsthand from Dr. Richard Konteh, we have been at the Tally Center, don't express in concern and all of that. So from Ulem and APC hands, well, everything left on our Dr. Richard Konteh don't make in case, he don't tell on our track record with the honor. Although this not to be the interview, because I want to do a one-on-one where you go can't tell me about this, but I just took the opportunity because you there, so you won, and a lot of people are watching and listening. So, and you be need for tell Salon people like who you be, and what you go, what's in the kind value we go can add, just in case you're first need to be the presidential candidate for the APC. So thank you very much. Equally, do hear from you how you ready for team up Tranga one be woman, because as me can say, advocates for women, then we don't then at the back seat for too long, and we really happy will hear from you say you are equally concerned, and you want for lady woman then self come out and take the rightful position, especially within party politics. So we appreciate that from the woman them, and we want to tell you thank you. And I believe say anytime we'll call you on this program, you go come can talk to the people of Sierra Leone, because it is your responsibility, because some of the politicians feel they are not obligated to the people of Sierra Leone, but some of them are conscious and know say it is your responsibility to speak to the people of Sierra Leone, for educate the people of Sierra Leone on our intention, because everybody here don't open now. I can tell you, we are all not open now. So we are going to be choosing and selecting and electing on track records and so many other things. So it is good that you guys come out and tell we how we get for run the country where we love Sierra Leone. Thank you so much. I see people and they call you Unifier, the Unifier. Now the comment section, and I see a lot of the Unifier. I don't know what that mean, but a lot of people are saying Dr. Richard Konteh, the Unifier, has spoken. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Unifier, Dr. Richard Konteh. I tell you thank you for this program and when you honor. I tell you thank you when you honor this invitation and make you feel responsible, say, I owe this to the people of Sierra Leone for can explain as to what happened. This is what we want. Make politicians, they take responsibility of certain things and where they go on, for can explain to we, let we self get clarity of what happened. Thank you very much. And God bless you. God bless Sierra Leone. To all the people that will take part from this program, the one that will text, I say a lot of compliments for Dr. Richard Konteh. I see a lot of concern as well from the people of Sierra Leone who watch this program, and the one that will get for watch. I tell una thank you, Ice, John, a lot of people I can't mention all of una for where una respond and make una own comments with waiting they go on. Till next week, keep telling it to Rachel on Women and Politics. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.